Hello everyone, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, where over the last couple of episodes we have spent a lot of money trying to do SSTO things, and some have worked, some have not. I've learned some things, there's still more I need to learn, but for now I think we could really use some more funds, and because of that I'm going to put the SSTOs on hold for now, go back to good old-fashioned rockets. Because we've got quite a few missions here, couple that we're just waiting to do their own thing, but notably we need to scan an olivine formation and plant a flag on Minmus. And so I'm just going to design a nice, simple, cheap launcher to get a Kerbal to Minmus, get them to deploy stuff, and have a little rover so I can easily get to the olivine formation. Okay, so here we have reasonably cheap launcher at just under 60,000. This will get us to Minmus with enough to play around with. It can land, it should be able to move around on the surface, can do its little scan, and it should be able to re-enter with most of the expensive parts still attached, thanks to the large heat shield on the front. Just using a massive solid stage main stage to get us most of the way into orbit, rocket max to get us the rest of the way, and then these kick off afterwards. So this is the Aussie, or the Austerity Specified Interplanetary Explorer, and yeah, let's see how this thing does. Okay, so SAS on, throttle to full though, it doesn't matter for the first part, and let's go. Okay, decent enough acceleration. Huge amount of heating here, but that is fine. Really kind of overshot that at 200 kilometers predictive orbit. I'm just going to keep this stage intact until we get out of the atmosphere, just because larger mass, more inertia. Keep what speed we have, and we should have quite a nice, easy circularization here. Getting the stage there. Ignite next stage. Then may as well deploy the fairing at this point. I have massively overkilled this thing. And we're in orbit. Okay, so I've got a nice collision course with Minmus now. And since I've got loads of extra fuel, what I'm actually going to do is purposefully throw this stage into Minmus. I'm going to purposely do a collision course there. Really so that it impacts and it can trigger some of the seismometers to get me more research points that way. So we've got 2 out of 3 comets that we need, 3 out of 20 asteroids, that's all ticking up. Okay, so I'm going to jettison there. Yeah, in this stage I don't want to smash into the ground, so I'm going to try and circularize. Yeah, I'm actually quite happy with setting down just about straight down there, so I'm just going to bleed off our orbital velocity. There we go. Impacted nicely. A big boost, and I think that is a contract complete. So that gave enough of a shockwave for it to count. It's not too surprising, it was a very heavy chunk we just yeeted at the surface. And see surface features, so I'm hoping these are olivine formations. And then flip over a little bit. We are down. Just at the top of the hill up ahead is where we want to get to. Okay, came to a nice stop. Scan the formation. The arm is hitting an object. Got that. Okay, it's because the arm has to be able to flex down. I didn't know that was actually modelled. Possibly got it deploying. Just had to roll over on the side. Ah, cool, it's got a little drill. Nice, got all the detail there so I can transmit that. There we go. That is that mission done. Okay, so next task is to plant a flag. There we go, we're planting our flag on the formation. Nice. And managed to stuff her back in the ship. Right, so that is our missions done. Now just need to get back home. So it should just involve taking off in the direction we're pointing. So let's give it a go. Crap. The engine reconnected. And it was going so well up until then. The engine clipped the ground, and the engine exploded. Then everything exploded. Should have tried taking off with RCS. That was my fault. Anyway, we are now a bit stuck. So at some point, we're going to have to go and rescue Maori. Thankfully, she was my brand new pilot, not my very skilled pilot, so this isn't the end of the world. For now, let's pop back to the base. Yay, but message-wise, we got this seismometer data by smashing that thing into the planet. Yeah, got 400 science from just smashing that rocket into the moon. That's really quite cool. Got the olivine formation scanned, got the plant flag mission done, which means we're now back up to 500,000, so we've got some spending money. Anyway, I think that's a pretty good place to leave that there. We've had a fair few success. We got all the missions complete. We may have left another Kerbin on the surface of Minmus, but they're fine, no one died this time. Anyway, if you enjoyed that, please do leave a like or subscribe, it really does help. And I will hopefully catch you in the next video. Until then, remember to be kind to yourself and everyone else. Cheers.